Well, we're waiting.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, fellow Elden Ringers, you are absolutely going to love today's video.
It'll knock your socks off.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive! Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Chapter 1, okay, let's get this going.
Hey everyone, it's your friendly host, Miss Pickles. Today we're diving into an exhilarating adventure with Mark as our guide. We'll embark from the Avenue Balcony site of Grace, venture deep into the mysterious Lanedale catacombs, and descend to the ominous depths known as the Three Fingers. There, Mark will bravely confront the dreaded Frenzied Flame curse. But that's not all. Stick around as Mark reveals the transformative impact of this curse on the game, culminating in an absolutely epic conclusion. I'll be eagerly awaiting your company at the video's end. Until then, happy gaming.
Hey everyone, Mark with Miss Pickles Gaming here. We have quite the video planned for you today, and it's going to take us a while to get to the end. So buckle up and let's get going. We're going to start at the Avenue Balcony site of Grace and head down into the Lanedale catacombs. Just follow the path I run here. As long as we're here, let's grab the rune arc. For this video, I am not going to micromanage the narration of it. I don't like videos where it's very simple to follow based off of what you see on the screen, and you don't need me telling you turn left, turn right when it's obvious what's going on. So, turn left here. Anyways, we're going to go grab our first site of Grace here. I think this is called Along the Roadside or something like that. I'll put it up on a text. These double doors across from us, that's where we're trying to get to, but we have to take the long route to get there. Also, there's an iron gate up here that we're going to open up, so if anything happens, you can just bypass and go directly to where you left off. Along this path, there are going to be quite a few areas like we just jumped over right there that you can either fall in, jump in. There's only one that we want to do it on. So just take note of, we're pretty much going to jump over all of these. And I will let you know when we get to the one that you want to actually go down in. If you do find yourself falling into one, got pushed into one, whatever, just know that there's always a way out, and it'll put you right back on the path. This guy is not that hard to beat. You can use sorcery, you can use swords, whatever you need to do. There are 3 of them. Most of the time you only have to deal with one. There's the third one. The iron gate that I mentioned earlier is right here. We pull a lever, it's going to open, and I'll run out there and show you where it is, just so you have perspective. Right here is where we jump down to start. So if something happens, we don't have to go through the last little bit. We can just run right through this gate and through these double doors. Since I'm in the animation of opening the door, there's nothing he can do to me. Just make sure you don't stand around afterwards. Right here, do not jump, just step off. Also, in these tunnels, sewers, whatever you want to call them, we will encounter a few creatures. Most of them, we're just going to hop over. We're not going to deal with them. So far, hopefully you are having no problems following what I'm doing. We're up to another mini-boss here, same as the other one. You'll probably find it best to use sorcery or a ranged weapon on him. He does get a little tough up close and personal. I'll restart my light and take off again. By the way, if you haven't gotten it, the Sorcery Starlight, that's what I'm using there. It is awesome because it frees up your hands. And the little belt one that you can get later on, it just doesn't throw enough light. Okay, remember those double doors I said we were trying to get to? We're here. We are right back at the beginning grace. This is important.
How did I become the chapter guy? I thought that was Cowboy Bob's job. Do you know who my dad is? I'm just saying, that's all.
So we're just going to reset our spent powers. Now if something happens to us, we'll start right here and we can just go across the walkway here. Our next section, we're going to have to deal with some imps. I don't know, 7, 8, 9 of them. You should be comfortable with imps by now if you're at this stage of the game. Many ways of doing it. Sometimes I just like to play around with them. There is a guy on the side of the tunnel there. Best to clear out as many as possible. If you haven't already gotten it, I love the Moog Sacred Spear. That's what I have in my right hand. For catacombs, caves, tunnels, it'll clear out a good-sized room with 1 or 2 hits with it. It's a remembrance you get for beating Moog, the Lord of Blood. Alright, we're going to go up here and we're just going to fall down. When we get down there, turn around because there will be another imp that'll come up on us. There he is. One more and the last imp, actually. Now here, you do not have to jump exactly like I do. I got lucky, got right into the tunnel. Anywhere you land, as long as it's on that tunnel, then you can hop down. There is a giant rat that's going to be coming up. You can just run past him pretty much every time, but he is a signal that we are getting close to the actual area we want to drop down. As soon as we make that turn right there, drop down and turn around. Turn around and run. We are almost where we need to be. In this room, there are some things to collect, but I'm not doing that kind of video. This is more of a path and showing you the route. As we take the lift down, you'll see a site of grace down here. Gives us another save point. At this point, you're going to probably want to change your wondrous physics because we have a boss right up in here. It's Moog, the Lord of Blood, and you're going to want the Purifying Crystal tier, which if you don't have it, it's the red one down here, and it pretty much negates everything Moog is going to do to you, other than the physical damage. That can be picked up, I believe, at the 4th Church America in the Atlas Plateau. I'll double check that, and if I'm wrong, I'll put a text up after doing the voiceover here. So we're going to just go a little ways forward and buff up and get ready for Moog. A spirit summons works really well with him. It keeps his attention away from you. And believe it or not, I have found that Moog is not immune to blood loss. And since I run pretty much a bleed build here, really works out nice. Now, I'm not saying he's an easy boss, but he is a beatable boss. Just keep attacking him. Get life when you need to. If you're into sorcery and you have Common Azure and the tier that basically gives you free FP for 15 seconds, you can pretty much wipe him out with that. I think one more good hit should do it. Alright, there's a site of grace up here. We're going to rest at it and change our physics back to the way it was.
You really serious? I'm the new chapter guy? Well, what the fuck is this about?
Okay, now for the fun part of the video. We're going to head up here and open the chest and get our Erd Tree Favor number 2, which raises your stats in 3 different categories. Now in front of you, this is a false wall, illusionary, whatever you want to call it. Here we're going to do the 3-finger parkour, I believe they call it. I just call it the jump down. I'm going to show you 2 different ways. I have a buddy who contributed on one of his videos that's going to take the second part. We do it two different ways. I'm not going to say my way is better than his, it's just different. Pick one that you like or find your own way. There's multiple paths down. one with the dead body. That's the one we want right there. Once we're here, there's some other stuff around the corner. You'll go exploring when you're doing it. But for now, we're just going to keep moving. Keep descending down here. Jump down here to the floor that's going to collapse. Now I'm going to get the Site of Grace here, but not rest at it. If you rest at it, you have to deal with Melina.
So what exactly does the chapter guide do? You gotta be kidding me. Just say the number. You sure I'm qualified?
If we did rest at that Site of Grace, Melina would come and threaten us and tell us not to do what we're about ready to do. And we'll deal with her later. Basically, she just says that you can't do what you're going to do. So let's go do it anyways. This is my buddy Dave's video that he sent me. And you'll see that he takes a different route on the jump down than I do. So take a look at it. It may be something that you're more comfortable with. As you can see, we end up in the same place. Now he's already gotten this, and so he's just going to jump down. Little fun fact though, crash through that floor and something happens to you. You do not need to do that jump down again. From the very top, you can fall all the way down and you will not die. I guarantee it. But you have to have completed it to that point. Just a little tidbit.
Yeah, Dave, you're the best. Tell your pups they are hilarious. So according to my contract, I have to say Chapter 5. Yeah. No, hey, you happy now?
All right, leaving that Site of Grace, and we're going to head down to the doors where the three fingers are. You have to strip all your weapons and armor, clothing, everything to enter. So that's what we're going to do. Once we're in, I'm not going to narrate. I'll just let you watch. As you can see, we are now branded with the Frenzied Flame curse. I'll show you a little secret. Some people know about it. Across from the site of grace here is an illusionary wall. Roll into it, and there will be a chest with a rune arc. If you're interested in collecting rune arcs, I do have a video series that show the location of all 80 discoverable rune arcs. Alright, we're not going to sit at that site of grace and have Melina tell us off. We're going to move on now. Pretty dramatic, huh? The way the light faded on us. Alright, so we are now at the secret path to the Halig tree. Has really nothing to do with the storyline here. However, I forgot to sit at a site of grace, and I was heading over to the Halig tree, and I sat at a site of grace, and that's when Melina came and basically told me off. So that's the reason we are here. Just by accident, this is the site of grace that I went to. I should have done it right there. It would have made the video better, but hey, my bad. As long as you don't rest at it, she will not come. But I chose to rest at it.
You have inherited the Frenzied Flame. A pity. You are no longer fit. Our journey together ends here. And remember, should you rise as the Lord of Chaos, I will kill you. As sure as night follows day, such is my duty. For allowing you the strength of runes. Goodbye, my companion. Goodbye, Torrent.
Now this cutscene will happen wherever you rest at a site of grace after taking the Frenzied Flame. We are now going to head over so you can see the cutscene of what happens at the Giant's Forge, where she normally lights the Erd Tree on fire. Well, you'll see what's going to happen next. Again, I'll leave it alone and let you watch. After lighting the giant's forge, you will wake up at the crumbling Azul. It's a pretty cool cutscene animation. If you haven't been here yet, there are a couple bosses here that are just phenomenal. You have the Godskin duo that you fought either one of them multiple times to get here, and then you have Melekith, which is one of the toughest bosses in the game, in my opinion. So we'll do a little celebration here and move on. Alright, I said move on. Alright, so now at this point of the game, we have beaten Radagon, we have beaten the Elden Beast, his pet, and now it's time for the ending. This is the Frenzied Flame ending cutscene as soon as we repair this, I forget what it's called, I'm sorry. But I'll stop talking and you can watch.
Lord of Frenzied Flame. I will seek you as far as you may travel. To deliver you what is yours. Destined death.
Okay, that was the Frenzied Flame ending, which is my all-time favorite, followed by Ronnie's Dark Moon ending. I will have a video up on that about the same time I drop this one.
Well, you made it. It was quite the journey getting here. Since you made it this far, you either found this video helpful, entertaining, or informative. I know how much time went into making this, so show us the love and hit the subscribe button and keep this channel going. I'll see you on the next adventure. Click on my image to subscribe and choose another one of our videos to watch.
Well, Pops, I think you were wrong. They keep making videos and people keep watching. I mean, you didn't think it would get this far. I'm beginning to think they might be for real.
Guys, I gotta tell you, that last take was even better than the first.
Radio. It's like TV without all the colors.
And that's how she wrote.
Hey everyone, Mark again. I want to thank you if you've made it this far and you're actually listening to the last part of this video of me talking to you. I really appreciate you watching this and taking your time, and hopefully I have informed or entertained you. I really had a good time making this video. It is the longest one I've made thus far, and I hope that it turned out well. In your comments, leave me a comment somewhere and let me know what you think. If there's anything I need to improve on other than my voice, I'm stuck with it, okay? Anyways, thank you again, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Miss Pickles Gaming.
Subscribe now.
Why make trillions when we could make billions?